Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. We are walking to the parking meter because, as usual, the app does not work. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. So give me just a minute. It's going to be a little wobbly. I've got to pay for parking. There it is. I know you are wobbly. Good morning. Isn't it pretty? Good morning, good morning. So if we haven't met, my name's Corey. I live here in Savannah, Georgia. I go on morning walks each and every morning, and I bring you guys along with me. All right. Ticket. We have our ticket. So if you've never followed me before, yep, I just started. So in Savannah, if you live in the historic district, anywhere in the historic district, you're going to hear those bells. So I got my ticket to park. So there is an app in Savannah that you can use to park. My app never works. You're welcome to if you'd like, yeah. So there's a nice breeze this morning, but we are hurrying because those little meter people come out of nowhere and they love to give tickets. So welcome, welcome. If we've never met, my name's Corey. I live here in Savannah. We go on morning walks. I started this about 6 months ago, going live. I left education December 2020 at my most unhealthiest weight, well over 300 pounds. We're down to about 90. I was not happy this morning. I've gained 2 pounds back. So that was kind of a bummer. But we keep moving forward, right? We always move forward, never backwards. And I started this amazing community where we're almost at 10,000 followers. So we're pushing hard to meet those goals. My goal is October 31st to be down 100 pounds and be at 10,000 followers. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for the follow, Gypsy. No, it is not a Mazda. It is a Hyundai ASC. Thanks for the follow. So we just keep pushing forward. This is one of my favorite squares, Lafayette Square. It has my favorite coffee shop. Yeah. Well, and that's, Creeps, that is a great point. Thanks for the follow, Shelly. So I started off this journey, if you've not followed my journey, I started off at a 4X and 24 to 26 in clothing. I'm down to a loose fitted 20 and a loose fitted 1X. I love this square. It's so pretty. So if you've never been to Savannah, there are 22 squares in Savannah. We used to have 24, but 2 were kind of cut in half for extensions of streets and parking garages. There are still signs in those 2 squares. Ace Lynn, thanks for the follow. Yeah, the squares are just like my favorite part of Savannah. So if you've never seen this house, we've talked about this house a couple of times. It really is one of my favorite houses in Savannah. So here's the thing, Tia, I haven't changed my eating pattern. So this house is the Hamilton Turner house. Mr. Hamilton was a mayor of Savannah back in the 1800s. He had an exquisite art collection. He was obsessed with his art collection. So he had a guard that would sit up top to guard. When the guard died, he trusted no one else to sit up top. So he sat up top to guard his art collection. But he used to throw these massive, amazing parties, and children weren't allowed. They'd sit upstairs. So they do say this house is haunted because they say you can hear kids throw billiard balls down the stairs or laughter. This was the first house in Savannah to have real electricity. And then once Mr. Hamilton passed, Dr. Turner, who was one of the doctors that really was kind of involved in the yellow fever pandemic, moved in here. He opened shop down below. So this is another reason they say this home goes bump in the night, because the basement area was his doctor's office where you had numerous people pass away. Another story of this home is that Walt Disney sat in the square across the way, sketched it, and used symbolism toward Haunted Mansion. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil was filmed in Savannah. The home for Mr. Williams is located in Monterey Square. You know, here's the thing about the weight loss. I upped my water. I haven't changed my diet, but I upped my water intake. I do vitamins, like the D3s, those kind of things. And I push myself each day. We go 2 to 4 miles. Yesterday we almost did 5, which was a lot. But we go on those walks every day. Consistency is key, even when you don't want to. Sleep helps as well, making sure you're getting solid sleep. And don't give up. Because there was a stagnant period in which I was like not losing anything. Oh, Scad, cool. Scad, thanks Jake for the follow. So I go live 7 mornings a week. Not always from historic Savannah. We go different places. Like yesterday, we were on River Street. That's why I walked almost 5 miles. I take you guys to Disney. I take you guys just wherever. We're all over the place. Livy, thanks for the follow. Good morning, Kim. So we're pushing for that 10,000 mark. When I hit big marks, I dance in the squares. You guys get to watch. So this sidewalk, this texture here was actually used back in the 17 and 1800s for homes because it was much cheaper than rock or brick. So it was like shell and different moistures, tabby, and that's what made it. Oh, that's cool. Tammy, thanks for the follow. Who knows? It could be today. What? Oh, no. I don't think that's supposed to be on. Oh. They're all on. Okay, we keep walking. Okay, they're redoing it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. That's funny. Yep, I live here. So I am a local to Savannah. I have lived here 38 of my 44 years of life. I love. So people always ask, when is the best time to come to Savannah? The prettiest time is late March, April, because all of our azalea bushes are bloomed. And the azaleas are pretty. So you've got the pinks, the whites, the purples. No, so I have not changed my diet at all, Cammie. I allow myself the rewards I need. I did a lot of research about it, low carb and all of that. And, you know, this is where we found Woody, our little statue. He is in my bag. Nope, I upped my water intake. That is it. So I preface that by saying I do not eat red meat. I have not eaten red meat since I was 17. So, Cindy Lou Who, thanks for the follow. The song Jingle Bells for Christmas was written by James L. Pierpoint, and he actually served as the music director in this church. Jan, thanks for the follow. Therese, thanks for the follow. So, I don't eat red meat by nature. Like, I just don't. So, that's one thing I don't have in my diet. But I have not changed. And if you follow my lives enough, we always end our morning walks with coffee and breakfast at one of the 8,000 coffee shops in historic Savannah. Drag, thanks, Mommy. Thanks for the follow. Jack, thanks for the follow. I'm not hiding. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, so we always end, and I have a peach waffle. I'll have a Danish. Because I did a lot of research, and as I read, look, the meter man is already around. They are already out and about. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, Fox and Figs, which is located right off of Troop Square, is a great place to go. My personal favorite, and yeah, Kimmy, that's awful. The 80 pounds is amazing. For me, that kind of diet was not something I could do. And I read, I had a friend that did it, lost a ton of weight, but then decided to change and go back to eating carbs and gained it all back. So I knew it was something I needed to do that didn't withdraw. Things from my diet. So, that's the thing. The diet or the water is a huge component. Gut health is another one. Good morning from Wisconsin. It is beautiful. So if you've never followed me before, hit that follow button. Thanks for the shares, you guys. We do. We go live 7 mornings a week. These are fun signs to see. These tell you when the house was created. You're going to see 2 different styles of signs. You'll see these, and then you'll see a bronze sign that will walk across. Yep. Nicole, and that's, what I was concerned with. Tasha, thanks for the follow. Yeah, T's good. PJP, thanks for the follow. Hello from California. Ooh, it's early there. Y'all, I slept good last night. After waking up for the funeral and then walking almost 5 miles. Good morning, good morning. Riley, thanks for the follow. We are waiting to cross because I do not want to get taken out. Okay, they're stopped. I don't know why the hand isn't green. So we just walk different places. I bring you guys along. I do not claim to be an expert streamer by any breach of the imagination. Yes, it is probably wobbly. Yes, some of you will probably get seasick. But I just walk and enjoy the sights, the sounds, and the peace of living in Savannah. Good morning, J-Hop. Oh, that's cool. Your kid's a freshman. My daughter's a freshman, not at SCAD. So these are those other signs I was telling you about that tell you the historical date. So that house was built for John F. Lubbs in 1896. I love Savannah too. So the other night, so in the mornings I do walks, and then we do what's called back porch chat. It starts about 5:45 each evening. You never really know what we're going to get on the topic of talking about. We talk about all kinds of things. And the other day, we actually looked up some of the houses that I walk past every day. And we looked up prices. And so I walk by houses and I'm like, oh, that's $1 million house. Well, no, it was actually like a $5, $6, $7 million house. Good morning. Good morning. Kind of give you, Sean, thanks for the follow. Look at that sun coming through. How pretty is that? So this is just a community of support, no drama. Y'all come with me and support me on my walks. And like I said, we just don't ever know where we're going to end up. Well, thanks, Ware, for that suggestion. As I said, my Venmo is in my TikTok. You're always welcome to contribute to the fund. I do odds and ends to make the ends meet because I'm not willing to sacrifice these morning walks. So I do not have a traditional 9-to-5 job. And my purpose on my morning walks is never about the stream or the followers. It's about my health. I just happen to bring you guys along. But thanks for that suggestion. Yeah, Corbett is still here. Awesome, thanks for the follow. So it's in the low 80s. It is supposed to be in the 90s today. And the rest of the week, we are still hitting 90-degree weather. Yeah, well, the shops are not going to be open this early. Yes, so that is one of my favorite walks. Is from River Street at City Hall through Bull Street. You go through our most popular squares. So you're going to hit Johnson Square first. That's the home of Gracie, our most famous ghost. Then you're going to hit Wright Square, which was an original burial ground, most haunted. Then you're going to hit Chippewa Square. Chippewa Square is the home of where Forrest Gump was filmed. Then you're going to hit Madison Square with my favorite bookstore. Then you're going to hit Monterey Square, which is Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And then you're going to hit Forsyth Park. I love this home. Blackheart, thanks for the follow. Pine, Angie, Angel. Thanks for the follows, you guys. Oh, that's cool. Yes, I love her. I grew up on Wilmington Island, and Miss Paula lives there and has lived there since my childhood. Good morning. We have walked past it before. You know, people always ask me what are some recommendations for restaurants. Pirate's House, Pink House, 1790. All great recommendations. Expensive. Get your reservations. Did you start the book? Oh, that's cool. So usually I go live about 8:30 a.m. and I stay live usually till about 10:30, maybe a little later. We usually walk 2 to 4 miles, sometimes a little longer, depending on the walk. Victory Drive. Victory Drive is not considered historic Savannah. That is considered it's basically the Victoria area. So you've got historic Savannah, then you have the Victorian area. That is where Victory Drive is. That is where a lot of the big antebellum homes are. We've driven down it before. Cat, thanks for the rose and follow. Yep. We actually looked at River Street Inn yesterday in our walk. In stock, thanks for the follow. GQ, thanks for the follow. Oh, that's cool. Definitely say hello. So you kind of have an idea of where we are. We started on the opposite side of the cathedral. We walked all the way around, came to the front, and we keep going. Pumpkin, thanks for the follow. Yes, the purple house is still there. No, you actually spelled Bonaventure correctly. So Bonaventure is about a 15-minute drive from here. It is a drive. It is not a walk. Laura and Pam, thanks for the follows. Suzanne, thanks for the follow. Good morning. Yes, there's definitely similar technique, architecture and whatnot here in Savannah. Not right now. It's supposed to be 90 later. I will not be here for Halloween. I'll be at Disney on Halloween Day. I'll be down in Florida. Oh, thank you. Yes, I do have a YouTube I've just created. What I'm doing is uploading these lives because they're so long. And I have friends that want to watch. So I upload them there. It definitely feels warmer than 70 degrees right now. I am sure I will get coffee today. Today is an exciting day. I'm rewarding myself, which I don't typically do. I am rewarding myself with a new hairdo in color. Oh, that's cool. Yep, same name. So I have an email address if you have questions about Savannah and you're coming to Savannah and you're curious or you have questions about different things. Hit me up, same name at gmail.com. My YouTube is same name on YouTube. I know, right? It'll be displayed tonight. Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh, that's wild. You had a dream? Oh, are you a hair designer? Well, thanks for the flapjack here, or the pancake. So right there we have the Colonial Cemetery, one of the original first cemeteries in Savannah. Oh, it shall be a surprise. The waving girl? Is that what you're talking about on River Street? Florence Martis, who used to stand there and wave at all the ships that pass by? Yankee, thanks for the follow. Yep. Yes. So people always ask, where is SCAD? SCAD is all over historic Savannah. Check out the little sundial. Robin, thanks for the follow. Yeah, that big bridge, the Talmadge Bridge that goes over to South Carolina, is quite a biggie. It is an amazingly big bridge. I hate that bridge. We have a purpose on where we're walking today. I'm trying to get up to Broughton Street where there is an art store. I need to see what time it opens. I need to hop in and get some stuff for my daughter. I do. I go live 7 days a week. Well, let me say, unless I'm traveling. I go live 7 mornings a week, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time till about 10:30. And then at night, I go live starting about 5:30, 5:45 till 7. And those are back porch chat times.
Wait.
Fear, thanks for the follow. Pop Mom, thanks for the follow. My favorite coffee shop is Maribel's. Maribel's is located off of Lafayette Square by the cathedral, right across. It's one of my top 5 things to do in Savannah. Get the peach tea and the peach waffle. Amazing. So, what's great, the crosswalks of Savannah, downtown and historic Savannah, all have voices. So it tells you where you're crossing and whatnot. Renee, thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's good. Just thanks for the follow. Yeah, so we go walking every day. Unless I'm driving, like somewhere. Like Thursday, I will not be live because I'll be driving up to North Carolina for family weekend for my daughter's college. Yes, Maribel's is directly across from the cathedral. One of my favorite places. Top of the morning to you, Tumble. Gina, KK, thanks for the follow. So one of the things that makes Savannah so attractive, one of the things is we have a lot of movies that come here and series that film here. And then what happens is the celebrities come to town, they film, they fall in love, and buy a place. And we have an ice cream shop called Leopold's. Mr. Stratton Leopold owns it now. His dad and uncles used to own it. He's a huge Hollywood producer, and he gets a lot of these movies here. But you never know when you're walking around what celebrities you might see. So Adam Sandler is one of those celebrities that hangs out in Savannah. Has a home here. All the things. Ben Affleck, the big pop culture news. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez got married here a couple of weeks ago. He has a house here in Savannah. Man, they're still doing construction on Broughton Street. So there are still sections that are closed. It's kind of annoying. Melissa, thanks for the follow. KH. I'm sorry. Sandra Bullock actually sold her home. She did have a home on Tybee Island. She sold it about 6 months ago. So she does not visit anymore. This is Savannah, Georgia. That guy cracks me up. He goes for a run. He looks military, has a backpack on, and he like yells the whole time. Yep, this is Savannah, Georgia. Jenny, thanks for the follow. It is beautiful. If you are a fan of Hamilton, the Broadway play, that home right there, Lafayette, they did a massive speech there, stayed there. I always say this tree looks like it has an ear. And we always talk about if these trees could talk, if these walls could talk. Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to show you another beautiful square. I mean, that's true. You look cray-cray. It's gonna keep the people away. Thanks for the likes. Yep, the last song with Miley Cyrus, Liam Hemsworth were filmed here. Thanks, Robin. So no, the hanging square is directly on that next street. That is Madison Square. It is pretty, so here's the thing, it's pretty expensive, even if you can find somewhere to rent in Savannah. It's not about the price of rent. Most places are up for sale now. So this is the Owen Thomas house. One of the great things if you're down in Savannah is as you walk, let me get in the shade because gracious, that sun is bright today. So if you come walking and you're curious about something, you're going to see these gold signs. They're going to tell you, these brown and gold are going to give you all the history. So William J., another person mentioned in the production of Hamilton, it was built or started being built in 1817. So again, this is a really old house. Lafayette did a speech right there from that porch. So Savannah has a dark history. There is no hiding that. So the hanging square is where back in the 1800s, early 1800s, when people were sentenced to death, they were hung in the square off the trees. So, Wright Square, not Madison Square. I don't know why I just said Madison Square. Wright Square, which is the next square over, where you just heard those lovely bells ringing. That is the square that a lot of the original hangings took place. It's also the square that the first lady in Georgia sentenced to death, Alice Rudley, was sentenced to death and hung there. They do say she haunts that area. Yeah, it's still there. Can I sit here for a minute, show you? We'll walk over to Wright Square so you can get a view of it. The humidity, I will say, yesterday there was a beautiful breeze. Today, there is definitely a humidity here. Anne Marie, thanks for the follow. Angela, thanks for the follow. Yeah, and yesterday we talked about, no, not all of River Street, or not all of downtown. Mostly cobblestones are on the sidewalks. There's a few areas up off the river and then River Street. And the cobblestones on River Street were boated in. So when they came in the 1800s, they were left here. And that's where our cobblestone road came. And so we talked about yesterday, the reason that they say River Street's as haunted as it is first you had a lot of Indians that lived there and died there. Then the work that took place unloading those ships, it was cotton gins, factories, the factory workers, the factor workers. All of those, were the lower class and the slaves. And so there were grisly deaths that took place on River Street. Melissa and Tinley, thanks for the follow. Yeah, no, and we'll walk over there in just a second. Here's the thing about the history. I just did answer the question, user. Here's the thing. If this is your first time in my live, Savannah has a dark history. It's the South in the 17 and 1800s. Here's the thing about history. You don't repeat it. It happened. There's nothing we can do about it happening. Yeah, it's beautiful here. So, it's a tragedy. It happened. it happened in places other than Savannah. Bob, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Savannah's a great place to visit because you've got so much you can do. You know, I have a top 5. These are the top 5. Well, so it is like this most mornings. Now, the later we get, the more touristy it gets. This is a normal walk. Yep. Correct. History is to be learned, not lived. Thanks for the follow, user. DR, thanks for the follow. Yeah, the trees are beautiful. Nope, Forrest Gump was filmed in Chippewa Square. User, thanks for the follow. Lori, thanks for the follow. But that's the thing about history. It happened, learn from it, don't repeat it. Renee, thanks for the follow. So, my top 5 recommendations, if you've never heard them. 5 things that I say you should do when you come to Savannah. 1, walk Bull Street. Bull Street is the most popular squares, meaning that's where Forrest Gump was filmed. That's where Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil took place. That's where the most haunted square is. That's where Gracie lives. So those squares you hear about as a tourist, you start at City Hall, you walk to Forsyth Park, you stay on Bull Street. So that's my first recommendation. 2, if you have a car, drive to Bonaventure Cemetery. Go later morning, afternoon, because it is all grass and dirt, so it will be wet. 3, spend a day down on Tybee Island, the beach. It's about a 15-20 minute drive from here. 4, go to Maribel's Coffee, which we will probably hit today if we have time. And then go across to the cathedral, go in the cathedral and look at that. It's beautiful there. And then 5, we did this yesterday. You go down to River Street. You can walk River Street, but definitely make sure you visit Plant Riverside, which is at one end of River Street. Ride the free ferry boat that loads. One of the loading places is right under City Hall. There is an elevator to get down to River Street directly next to City Hall, between City Hall and the Hotel The Hyatt. Sorry. Dana, thanks for the follow. So I go on a walk, like I am physically walking. That is the purpose of this. I stop from time to time to show you kind of what we're looking at. A lot of people, if they get motion sick, they will put the phone down and just listen. You will notice each square I stop in and show you. Favorite restaurant is going to be Trailer Park Hitch down here. My personal favorite. Tybee, it's Huckapoo's Pizza. I love the Pink House. It is incredibly expensive, and it's really challenging to get into. Yep, we have ridden down River Street a couple times. So, price-wise, away from historic Savannah is going to be your best bet. It depends on what your budget is. It depends on where you work. If you have kids, you don't have kids, there's a lot of components in that question. No problem. Panfish, thanks for the follow. Deedle, thanks for the follow. Carrie Hilliard's is classic. So this is Wright Square. They say, and you can take it for what it's worth, the squares that have the least amount of moss hanging from the trees are the ones that are the most haunted. So this square right here was a square that was originally a hanging square. It is the original area of burials that took place in the 1700s before we had Colonial Cemetery. So it is the land that they say definitely goes bump in the night. This is also a square that if you've seen the live action version of Lady and the Tramp, that was filmed here. Yep, this is where Alice lived. Yeah, $900 a month is going to be hard pressed and super good areas of Savannah. Alyssa, thanks for the follow. Toro, thanks for the follow. So this is where live action Lady and the Tramp were filmed. The next square up. So let me kind of get in the center and show you, because I lose service over there. That's why we're not walking to Chippewa Square today. Yep, I'm from Savannah. Have lived here 38 of my 44 years of life. This is home to me. So let's look. This next square right up here, where we are facing, is where Forrest Gump filmed. Let me zoom in a little and give you a story, okay? So, let me get it straight. Right there, see where that man just walked across the yellow? Forrest Gump sat there for 5 days facing our direction. So if you go to Chippewa Square and you're trying to figure out where Forrest Gump sat, he sat behind Columbus. So in the background of him was Columbus's backside, or Oglethorpe's backside. Why did I just say Columbus? Oglethorpe, the founder of Georgia's backside. So he sat there for 5 days and filmed. There were 4 benches that were used in the filming. There is no bench that sits there. So there's no bench left in Savannah. Tom Hanks has one of the benches in his home. The Smithsonian has a bench in their home, or in their museum. Hollywood Theater has a bench in their museum. We had one and it disappeared. Now there's a lot of stories, and I always say this with preface because there are a lot of stories in Savannah. You have to decide what you want to take them as. If you want to take them as truth, if you want to take them as a fable, what do you want to take them as? So the story goes, we had a bench, one of the 4. Some say a local took it. Some say a tourist took it. Some say like a stage handler, somebody that worked on set took it. Nobody will ever know where that bench went. But the city made a replica. And with the replica, people were so obsessed. Forrest Gump will have been filmed 30 years ago in 2024. People were so obsessed with this bench, they would come and they would break off pieces of it. And it just caused quite a hodgepodge, if you will. So the city got rid of it. Now, if you're on a tour, a ghost took the bench. You never know. If you're on a tour in Savannah, they will tell you that the bench is in the Savannah History Museum. It is not in the Savannah History Museum. Haley and Tamara, thanks for the follow. It is not in that museum. There is a replica bench that sits behind a red rope. You cannot sit on it, but you can see it if you're really hard-pressed to see a bench. I tell people to take an empty picture in front of where he sat and then go sit on any of the benches that look just like this and Photoshop yourself in. No. Now, if you're driving Interstate 95, when you enter Georgia from South Carolina, if you visit the Georgia Welcome Center right after you enter Georgia from South Carolina on Interstate 95, they have homage to a lot of things Savannah. One is Forrest Gump. So there is a pretend bench there. There is a statue of Forrest that sits there, and in the background is a big portrait, so you can take a picture as though you're sitting there, of Chippewa Square. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Who's the biggest star you've ran into while you're out and about? Ben Affleck. I've run into him. I have a picture with him. Incredibly nice guy. Ben would probably be the biggest current right now that I've actually met. Just super, super nice guy. He filmed here. Jenny's house is not in historic Savannah. Well, are you talking about later Jenny's life, like when she's an adult? That was filmed around these areas as well. her childhood, like Forrest's home when he was at that big white home. That is off the beaten path in Savannah that you can't access. Temperature's supposed to be in the 90s today. Momo, thanks for the follow. Sharon, thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's beautiful here. Thanks for all the likes. So we are 122 away from 10,000, y'all. Oh my word. This could be it today. Absolutely insane. So if you've not hit that follow button, hit that follow button. Come along the journey. If we haven't met, my name's Corey. I live... They go off every 15 minutes. I live here in Savannah, Georgia. I am a local. I left education after a series of unfortunate events in December 2020, well over 300 pounds. I started walking and decided to bring you guys along with me on our journey. So we've been doing this for about 6 months. I just bring you here. We walk, we talk, we look. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, I just, Savannah is my home. And when we go on walks, if I don't know the answer, I'm not going to tell you the answer. If I think it's not true, I will just say we got to look it up, and we'll talk about it at Back Porch Chats. So we go live 7 days a week, typically, from 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time to about 10:30 Eastern Time. And then in the evening, we do what's called Back Porch Chats. That's a time if you've got questions about Savannah, if you're planning a trip, or if we've talked about the weird side of TikTok. We've talked about 90s crime. We've talked about all kind of things in those lives. You just never know. I don't know. Thanks for the follow, Nicole and Wild. Thanks for the follow, guys. Woody? He's in my bag. Here, I will stop. Hold on, let me sit down. I'll get Woody out while we chill for a second. So, if you do not know the story of Woody, we were walking one day and we found him sitting on a bench by himself. He had been left behind. So he got left behind, sadly. Man, you moderators are quick. I didn't even see whatever this friend said. Well, I will be out walking tomorrow. So if you are around and see me, please say hello. Tell me who you are. Okay. So Woody, we found him, and now he comes with us on our walks. And y'all love Woody. So howdy, partners. So there's Woody. He is always with me. I did a video on TikTok, so if somebody happened to go, I lost it, and maybe ended up on, it would be there. Yep, he's still here, guys. He's always with me. 159. So, yeah, it's insane. Like, Woody's always with us. All right, let's keep moving along. No, he is a literal doll. A little toy that he now comes with us. Yeah, so that actually, the square with the tortoise sundial, that is actually where we found Woody. Which hello, wherever you are, if I'm right outside your office. Those are fun when I'm walking and y'all are in y'all's offices. I've had that happen before. And people are like, hey, and I look up and they're waving out their window. So best time to visit, late March, April is going to be your prettiest season. Weather's not too hot, the flowers are in bloom. So that's your best time to visit. Thanks for the follows, guys. Busiest time is any time that there is, if you know there's a school vacation, summer, 3-day weekends. But it is pretty busy down here for a random Tuesday. So y'all always ask about ghost tours. Here's one right here, the witching hour. I do not know anything about this ghost tour. I always tell people this: take the ghost tours with a grain of salt. Their main purpose is entertainment. So there's some truth and some not on it. So this is Broughton Street. Lots of shopping. They have been working section by section down in order to repair Broughton Street. We're heading down to the art store down this way. Maribel's is my favorite local owned coffee shop. That and Savannah Roasters. They're in opposite directions. Maribel's is right across the cathedral. That is my favorite. Y'all, if you follow me long enough, you will know. The vast majority of coffee shops, with the exception of like Starbucks, are local. Early May, it's a hit or miss. Really about temperatures. Like we're at the end of September right now and it's supposed to be in the 90s today. Leopold's, we're going to walk past that in just a second. So late October, again, you're looking probably 60s or 70s. Now, late October is when the SCAD Film Festival is happening. So it is going to be busy. SCAD does a giant film festival each year. They bring celebrities from all over. You never know what celebrities until it's announced. But it brings a lot of attention. Again, welcome guys. If we haven't met, my name is Corey. I live here in Savannah, Georgia. I am a local, have lived here 38 of my 44 years of life. We go on morning walks each morning. I bring you guys along with me. If you've never followed me, hit that follow button. In the evenings, we go for evening chats. They're called Back Porch Chats with Corey, where we talk about all kinds of things. You just never know what. Oh, that's fun. The 912, yes. The Marshall House is another hotel. Lots of hotels. Everybody always asks for suggestions. My recommendation, if you're coming to Savannah, stay in the historic district if you can, and then spend a day at Tybee. Tybee is one way in, one way out. So if there's a warm day and it is hot and there's an accident, you're going to sit in traffic forever. Hello, hello. Check this pillow out. I love this pillow. It's super cute. It has all the things. That's a cute pillow. Yeah, so the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport is located about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from here. Yeah, they definitely say this hotel has some bumps in the night. So it was originally developed in 1851 by Mary Marshall, and it was redeveloped in 1999. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I go live almost 7 mornings a week. So if you need a Savannah fix, Hop in. We never know where we might be. Oh, cool. Here's another restaurant, 45 Bistro, that gets a lot of attention. Monday through Saturday, the bar is 5 until and dinner is 6 until. You have to make reservations. This is Savannah, Georgia. So we have 2 sister towns. Charleston is one. Louisiana. New Orleans is another. Yeah, so those trolleys are pretty full still. This is historically an off season for Savannah. And it seems to be hopping popping for us. Hello, welcome. So if you've not followed me before, hit that follow button. Come along on our adventures each and every day. We go all over Savannah. This next square right over here is where the Pink House is. That is a popular restaurant, very haunted building. If you're into the paranormal. But if you want, you can't just walk up. To get reservations is an art. But the food is amazing. So, Scabs Savannah Film Festival is October 22nd through the 29th. Hotels book up quickly if they have not already booked up. Yeah, trolley tours run year round. Most of our tourist industry type stuff, oh, it's the meter man. Most of our tourist industry stuff run year round. With the exception, oh, that's a cute hat. Let's go in here. Cute stuff. Good morning.
Good morning.
It did. Cute stuff. I am working on, once I hit 10,000, some stickers, some merch per request. So we worked the other night during our back porch chat. We worked on a couple of sticker ideas together. Look at this pretty painting. Yeah, so trolleys run pretty much year round, with the exception of Christmas Day. Usually it's Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, and New Year's Day. Usually are the 3 days. Definitely check if you're here to see what the tours are running. This is Savannah, Georgia. Oh gosh, that was way back there. I do not know. It was right outside the Marshall House. So this is the Pink House right here. It is a restaurant. This is another inn, the Planter's Inn. It was right next to the Marshall House. So you know what? It may have been in the Marshall House, like as their souvenir shop. I don't know if it was an actual store. So here's the Pink House. Again, such yummy food. Yes, this is America. But you have to have reservations. It is pricey. It is yummy. Oh, I'm glad to see. So they were having a really hard time with the homeless population in this square lately, which this is a popular square. And the city has really been working on taking, like, our homeless population, they have places to live. They have places to stay. Sometimes the squares are just where they choose to stay. So, yes, that is my favorite. I love Lady and Sons. It's one of my popular favorite restaurants. The city takes care of the squares. So the city is the one who cuts the grass. They do all the repairs, all that stuff. So this square has John Wesley in the center, the founder of Methodism. But yeah, the city definitely does a great job taking quick care of the squares. St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, that pillow was super cute. Yeah, hit me up when I am. When you get here, tell me. So this square is Reynolds Square, where the pink house is. So Brittany, it depends on the area that you're in, as in regards to the trick-or-treaters. Certain neighborhoods are more, popular than others in Savannah. So it just really depends on the area you're in. So this is a cute little Lucas Theater. Here's some events coming. So Saturday, November 12th is a symphony. People are honking. December 2nd at the Basilica is Handel's Messiah. We may have to go to that, y'all. December 17th, here you can see Home Alone with a live orchestra. That might be fun. January 21st, you got Celebrations of America's Song. 22nd, you've got When Instruments Roam the Earth. Yeah, they do show, thanks for the rose. They do show old movies and all that kind of stuff. Just kind of get a view of this area. Yeah, they do old movies here. It's an old theater. Pink House did catch on fire at one point. They redid it. So Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is Thursday the 29th. Something from SCAD. It's rated R. I know, Home Alone would be fun, wouldn't it? So Lucas Theater is on the National Registry of Historical Places. It was created in 1921. The film festival, like I said, brings the attention. This is what the Lucas used to look like. Very similar still to this day. People always ask me about a couple of things. Beignets. Huey's on River Street has beignets. Macaroons. There's a fascination. This little shop right here is very popular for the macaroons. It is pretty, especially in historic Savannah during Christmas. They have a big tree. Broughton Street is decorated. It is really pretty down here. Of course, we will be out and about. And Reynolds Square? No, there is not. Now, most squares do have small churches, especially on Bull Street. So we're coming up on Leopold's, my personal favorite ice cream shop in Savannah. I love the story there. Y'all know I love me some Mr. Stratton Leopold. He always gives me a hug. Leopold's got quite the history when it comes to Savannah. Originally, it was Mr. Stratton's dad and uncles that opened this in 1919. My grandmother went here as a teenager, not into this location, But then Mr. Stratton, one of the sons, reopened it. This is SCAD Theater. Tickets for the SCAD Film Festival go on sale October 3rd. This is your SCAD library. So SCAD is Savannah College of Art and Design. Big art school here. Brings lots of attention all over the world. Oh, no problem, Victoria. Yeah, we've been live for a hot minute. About over an hour.
So right now he's working as a mail carrier to save up money for his own place. And then he decided he's going to go back to college.
Peach cobbler. Are you talking about my peach waffle, or are you talking about the peach cobbler shop? Oh, let me stop, because lots of questions coming in and the sun is blinding me. Yep. Yeah, no, he gave those public discussions, but it wasn't from a church. It may have been back in the early 1800s. I will have to research that. Yeah, so Leopold's is always going to have a long line. It is not unusual for that line to be all the way down to the end of the sidewalk. That's why I say, if you're going to do Leopold's, either hit it up at 11 o'clock when they first open, or just have patience. So we are 125 now away from 10,000. Wow. Insanity. So if you're not following me, hit that follow button. And let's do this. So you're going to hear two different sides here. You're going to hear Lady and Sons or Mrs. Wilkes. I prefer Lady and Sons. Others in here will fight me to the death about Mrs. Wilkes. So take your pick. Thanks for the follows. 31 and Bob and Mouthy. I don't know if Blick is open, but we're going to find out. Oh, why is the Funky Bunch closed? So Funky Bunch Cafe is a cool little breakfast nook. Also extremely crowded usually. You can make your own pancakes on a griddle.
We'll keep our fingers crossed on that one, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
So let's see if Blick Art Supply is open, so I can get my daughter a couple of things to take to her. It's hot. Oh, it is open. Let's go. It's hot. Oh, it is open. Let's go. SCAD shops a lot. Do you have paint pens?
Yeah, we do. I can show you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I just need certain colors. I don't need packs. I need single colors. That's what I need. Usually my daughter comes here and she deals with all this. Maybe going to Amazon. Oh, here's what I need. Yeah, what would you recommend? She is doing ornaments on an acrylic-based ornament. Or canvases. What would you, paint-wise, which would you recommend?
Pasta is pretty good.
Yeah, that's the one she usually likes. The specific color she needs.
And then
honestly just go with pasta.
Okay.
Anything else? Maybe Molotov.
Okay.
I know that's like the best part to it.
Yeah.
Now deco color is oil based.
Okay.
It's oil based ink, so it's the Sharpies. But as far as like bleed proof and all that stuff, I wouldn't like pasta.
Okay, cool.
Some color sound on my face for you.
Now it's the color match. She needs like an aqua and like a, so I guess that's aqua.
Aqua.
Like that one right here.
Yeah, that's aqua.
Can I get like, how much are they each? No, there's a sale.
Excuse me, sorry. I want to say they're about $4 or $5
Okay.
each. And if you have a buy more save more option,
Gotcha.
you get 6 or more. You get
Okay.
a discount on each, and it goes down to like $3 or $4.
Okay. Can I get 3 of those aqua ones? Or actually, let's do 2 aqua. Then I need to find a pink.
Is that $2?
Yes, please.
A pink?
Well, I need it to be more of like a hotter pink than a...
We do have this. So you want like a little bit brighter?
That maybe actually that would work. So let me grab 2 of those. Now, are the tips the same on those, the 2?
These are fine. Looks like we're out of the medium tip on those. This is more of a here. This the color one. This one is
Okay.
this size right here.
She doesn't need it that, like, she needs not that thick. I wonder if the other one would work. Kind of like the meat, yeah, like the brush, almost like she's painting it.
Okay. It's hard to see on fine lines on there.
Right.
For the brush wash, to do like these.
Now this pink may work.
That has an extra fine tip.
So does it do all 3 of those?
I'm sorry.
It doesn't do all 3 of the sizes? Like, it doesn't do extra fine, and brush?
Yeah, well, that one, you could, yeah, it does extra fine. That one's an extra fine one. This
Okay.
one is a fine one. So those are different sizes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Those one, I think those are thicker. Yeah, I think those ones are thicker. So like this 2mm.
Wonder if any of the packs have those in it. Are there any?
What are these?
Oh, okay. Looking over there. Usually she comes here.
All the colors. It just doesn't have the aqua one.
I forgot my wallet.
What she's doing is they need aqua and they need that pink.
Okay, so really the 2 colors.
Yeah, there's just those 2. So I may have to just get a different
A newsprint pad.
brand
Like
or
a drawing
different style.
paper. Yeah.
like if you just need like the star size, because this one's size is what?
Oh yeah, like a
Medium.
masking tape.
Uh-huh.
So about this.
Sharpening knife.
Thick, a little thick.
And an eraser.
Because I don't see that heel anywhere else. Oh wait, this
One's like
that's not.
so. Tape is
So
gonna
this
be
is
down
this
here.
means this is this thick. Yes. I don't need that thick.
No, this one is about this thick right here.
Okay.
That's a Sharpie. And this is oil based as well.
So that'll work on canvas. That will work on acrylic ornaments.
Yeah, it will.
I'm gonna have to call her when she gets out of class and see which she wants and prefers, and then I'll have to come back because she usually is the one that comes and gets her stuff.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem.
All right, we're back. Sorry, guys. They did not have the color I needed for her. We'll have to go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby after my hair appointment and see if they have them. I'll see you later, Southern. Look, there are certain places I always say, man, if I could get a sponsorship, it would be parking in Savannah. It would be Maribel's. Those two places. And Blick would be amazing. Blick would be fantastic. All right, let's start walking back to the cathedral where Maribel's is, because that is quite a jaunt where we're from. That is okay. Yeah, that club is still open. It's over in City Market. Sorry for the delay. I was trying to find some markers. My daughter does artwork as a job, so she needed certain pens. But it's all good. Yeah, I'll have to go to Hobby Lobby and look. What are we at anyway? Thanks for the roses. So we're 120 away from 10,000. Could it be today? Or will it be tomorrow? Who knows? Parking is a pain in historic Savannah, especially busy times. Dude, I'm telling you, like, I give Savannah mad props all the time. They could give me a parking pass, right? Ooh, I can tell none of our Disney friends were on today. Because we have had high numbers today. Definitely hit that like button, though. If you haven't, hit that follow button. 1790 is coming up here. Another restaurant similar in the sense of the Pink House. These are fun to look at. These are like some of the original rocks. Yeah, so Charleston, New Orleans are both sister towns. So there's very similar looks about them. See, I don't know much about art, but that girl was like, so my daughter, I know, is painting on acrylic. So I know the paint has to be one that paints on the acrylic, right? So she was trying to sell me these oil-based pens, but I'm pretty confident that oil-based pens don't paint on acrylic well. Well, I will be driving, so I will not be streaming Thursday either. So, you know, I have built such an amazing community. I love my Disney people, I do. But I've built such a cool community of Savannah folks that it's just been so fun. I love when my Disney peeps come, but I love my community that loves Savannah as well. y'all, that humidity is going to be horrid today. Because I can feel it. Ooh, I'm getting nervous about my hair appointment, y'all. Yep. So, I usually go to Disney about once a month. And do content there. I was there at the end of August. But due to the amount of traveling in September I've been doing, I'm not making it in September. But I will be back October 31st. I will be on the parks November 1st, the first day of Christmas decorations. So that'll be fun. Yeah, these trolleys are packing today. Yeah, it depends on the season. They're not always brutal. Downy sheets. Carry downy sheets. It helps keep them away. It is. I do walk Savannah. I do walk Disney. I walk anywhere I go. So if I travel, I go for walks. And usually can go live from wherever I'm at. I am Saturday doing my first 5K. So this is Colonial Cemetery, our first original cemetery. There were over 700 Savannahans buried here that died of the yellow fever epidemic in 1820. That is also where our haunted city built on its dead comes from. Because we had the yellow fever, we had Civil War. People are just kind of buried all over. Correct, I am not streaming Thursday. I will be driving to North Carolina. Not Thursday morning, maybe later Thursday, but it won't be Thursday morning. But I stream typically 7 days a week, folks. So you can hop in here anytime and see where we are. I don't usually announce where I'm going the next day for a number of reasons. So throughout our old cemeteries, you're going to see a lot of park benches because cemeteries served as your original parks and playgrounds back in the 17 and 1800s. Families would come, sit, visit their loved one who'd passed, celebrate, all the things. But these are amazing tombstones when you look at them because you can't even really read them. Woody is going to make an appearance. Yes. Beach Girl, thanks for the follow. So one of the things my daughter has asked is that I don't promote where she attends. You know, it's always interesting. Those of us who are growing big communities within TikTok, we chose this crazy, weird life. Our families didn't. So I try to keep her kind of protected. So I will be in North Carolina. So this is that cemetery. It's funny, this is such a crazy lifestyle. Except like when you put up a TikTok video and that's kind of it, that's one thing. But when you kind of welcome people into your world and you start streaming, you know, and then you have a following like I have, like Lim and Kirk have, you know, I'm nowhere near where they are. But it's one of those things where, you know, I have people that come up to me out when I'm out now and talk because they're part of this community, which I don't mind. But I always recognize too that like my daughter, my family haven't chose this weird life. Amazing, but weird. Yeah, and that is part of it. Streaming is the new, in my opinion, that new almost reality TV, unscripted reality TV. You guys that come all the time, you know, I tell you, never know what we're going to see here in Savannah. So it is just one of those weird things. Yep, that's where I'm heading right now. We literally kind of have walked from one side of historic Savannah to the other today. When I park in the mornings, I kind of park with a mindset of I know where I'm going to end my walk. Now, I don't know where in the process of that walk I'm going to go, but I know where I'm going to end it. So I try to park there. Yeah, it is difficult, especially when, like, I've grown. I just hit 9,000 on Friday. We're on Tuesday about to go into 10,000. I've grown so quickly. I've only been doing these lives for about 6 months. So navigating this is interesting. Kirk, if you know Waris Carp, has been phenomenal and such a support and encouragement. You do get a lot of virtual steps, but if you haven't followed me before, definitely hit that follow button. It is difficult in navigating and figuring out. You know, my name is A Day in the Life of Corey. So you see the ins and outs of my days. And when I started that, you know, my name has changed a couple of times. If you have been one of my OGs, it was Karate Mom. And then I changed it to something. I don't even remember. I've had like 4 different names. And then this one finally connected. This one just made sense in my life. Bye, Kim. Have fun. See you tonight. Wow. So we are 116 away. We may hit. We'll probably hit it tomorrow. Maybe. Kirk's live. You know, it's interesting. Once you hit 1,000, that's when TikTok allows you to go live. But what's interesting is people are like, oh, my town's boring. My life is boring. Y'all, I go on daily walks in Savannah. Never dreamed this would be something that is like 10,000 people want to watch. Right? Like, never dreamed this would be something that struck a chord. So my plan is to go to Maribel's, and then hopefully we can go visit the cathedral before I leave. You know, and I think that is kind of what's resonated with a lot of you guys. I'm 44. I'm not this normal, 20-something streamer. My only child has gone to college. I'm figuring out that life now. I'm figuring out what it is. What do you do when your only kid leaves for school? What does that journey become like? And I'm figuring it out, and you guys are just taking a passenger seat with me as we go through it. So here's Maribel's, directly across the street from the cathedral. My favorite jam. Let's go. Ooh.
That's why it's up there. So if you stay at the Kimpton, it's right across the street. But they make like liquid hot chocolate. Oh my god. Sit down. The purple seeds are about to do. One half. And it's got black.
So they have different waffles. They have paninis and breakfast Sammys. I did not.
Great. Your drinks are at the bar.
Yeah, peach is my favorite. You know, I always laugh at some of the lives, you guys, where we are like, I told you about the hair straightener with the popcorn kernel, and he had 8,000 people watching him. I was like, what? Yep. This is Maribel's, my favorite coffee shop.
That's very nice. And then, monsieur, s'il vous plaît.
Anything else? Chai latte. Did you want it hot or iced? Hot. 12 or 16 ounce. Anything else?
Choices.
Can I get in there? Here. That'll be 20, 30.
Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it?
I'm gonna use this.
Hey, can I get a peach waffle and peach tea sweet, please?
Yes, and somebody actually left you a little gift.
Oh, that's so
So-
sweet.
You said sweet, right?
Yes, please. I stream, and so I have
Yeah, you're Corey,
yeah,
right?
I'm Corey, yeah. And so I stream, and so that's really cool. They kind of know where I go.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Is that her little TikTok logo's worm?
Oh, yep. That's so fun.
Yes,
So sweet.
Oh, sorry. That's okay.
I'm about to hit 10,000, so they're trying to like celebrate. Like, yeah. It's, people love Savannah.
She said she's from Charlotte.
Yes. Nicole, thank you.
That's funny.
They're like, are you going for the peach waffle today? Are you going for the peach waffle today?
Did you get the peach waffle?
Of course I did.
This had 10, so
Okay.
the remaining is 2.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Is it beeping?
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
That was my bad. There you go.
I didn't realize she had her phone like that.
Yeah.
Yep, I block y'all when I come up to order. They just stare at this, whatever this candle thing is, and they know I'm ordering. Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Thanks, Nicole. So fun, you guys. Our trip. I love it. She was like, she has a worm as an emoji. I was like, oh, cool. It's so sweet, guys. I love our community. And that's the thing, y'all. I mean, like, we have crazy things happen. Like when I went to Savannah Roasters and I walked in and somebody had gifted me a gift card. Like, it's crazy stuff like that that I never dreamed this amazing community would create. Why is that car parked there legally? They're like blocking my view today. That's funny. Oh yeah, you heard him all. It's Corey, it's Corey, it's Corey. That's funny. Oh yeah. Okay, good, she's leaving. So I can sit and we'll watch and eat and then go in the cathedral. I should have time.
I didn't expect it to be that sweet, but steamed milk, cardamom, and rose water. It's delicious.
Thank you so much. Like, you guys are insane. But thank you. It's so pretty in there. I think your drink may have just come up, if you got a hot drink. Thank you. Excuse me. All right, we'll go outside until the waffle is ready. Let's go sit down so you guys can have an amazing view. So I always get the peach tea and the peach waffle here. So when we talk about I don't deprive my life of things I love, this is what I'm talking about. That was super sweet, Nicole. Thank you again. What's funny, they're like, is it Corey? Is it Corey? It's like, yep, it's me. I mean, they are on my top 5 places to visit. Y'all have a seat at my table. We're sitting here and chatting. Not quite yet. Yeah, it's my favorite. So, Sweet and Low, ironically, we have been very fortunate on our walks. We have been really lucky. Either it rains before I come walk or it rains after I walk. We've gotten caught in one rainstorm once, and it wasn't, I mean, it was pretty bad. I got soaked. It was what it was. But, yeah, we've been kind of lucky. Yeah, Peach, come on. Absolutely, Nicole. I know, he's backing in. He'll stop in a minute. He was parking. It's their delivery. But yeah, so, I mean, like, it's crazy, y'all. I mean, it's 10 o'clock on a Tuesday. I have over 30,000 likes. Y'all just come hang out. We go on walks. It is just insanity. It's funny that they're like, is it Corey? Is it Corey? I was like, it's me. It's odd. So we are 16 away from the 10,000 mark. So we're about to hit it. We're 116. So we may hit, we'll probably hit it tomorrow. So I got to figure out where I'm going to be when I do that. If you're in here right now and never followed me, hit that follow button. Join our lives. So we do the live in the morning from 8:30 to 10:30 where we walk. And then we do, hold on, I'll be right back. right, we're back. So we did a live 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning, and then we do back porch chats each evening about between 5:30 5:45. I go live, talk about all kind of things in the back porch chat time. All right, so are you ready for this if you've never seen it? This is the peach waffle. I actually grew up on Wilmington Island. Dude, they gave me like extra all the things today. It is massive. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's super good. Time, thanks for the follow. It's good. Yeah, see, a lot of people don't. And it looks like a house. But there is a cafe on the bottom floor.
I'll let you know what I hear, all right?
Nicholas?
It is called Maribel's. It's one of my top 5 recommendations when coming to Savannah to come have a peach waffle and peach tea at Maribel's and then go across and visit the cathedral. Peach, I'm telling you, will not be sorry. They have other waffles.
Chocolate.
Peach is my favorite.
It's not stronger.
Well, I go in there pretty much every time I'm down there. Which is like every day. And I'm not even Catholic. Yeah, the peach waffle's amazing. There's other things besides peach waffle, like there's a lemon zinger. There's different kinds. So that church is the Basilica of St. John's. It used to be called St. John's Cathedral. It's the Basilica of St. John's. Thanks for the roses, guys.
Terry?
So good. Yeah, we'll go. As long as it's open and there's not a service, we'll head in there in a minute.
Terry?
Oh, so fun, Brooklyn. Sorry, I will miss you. I will not be here. So good. coffee. I know, crazy, isn't it, Winnie? Throw this away.
I have some steak pot. A company called
All right, let's rock and roll. Again, Nicole, thank you so much for my breakfast. Yep, I'm still up. We had a gifted breakfast this morning when I walked into Maribel's, which was super cool. So that is Maribel's right there, that house. Yep. They're only open to like 2 though, so they have weird hours. So hit it up in the morning on your morning walk. Yeah, I mean, from Iram, who's sent breakfast money to Venmo, to the person who wants to stay anonymous, who sent a gift card for Savannah Roasters, to Nicole, to each of you that do the gifts in the live. I mean, thank you. It's just not enough. Yeah, so this is a live church. They do mass. They do mass every morning. Sunday, you can stream it live. Okay, if you've never been in here, brace yourself. This is the big place that on St. Patrick's Day, they start off the big service here, and you can stream it live. It is beautiful. It really is pretty, right? So I'll tell you some interesting facts when we walk out. Thank you. Yep, they do. It is a fully operational church. weddings, funerals, all the things. They do. Excuse me. Sorry. So they do have a choir. We actually came in the other day. They were practicing. It was amazing. Like I said, fully operational church. But yeah, so I mean, if they're having mass, they ask that you don't come into tour. But other than that, it's usually open every morning from about 9 to 11:30. 12 o'clock mass is here each day. So they have a choir. We were live the other day. I'm gonna have to get the video and snip it. It was, oh my goodness. If you were here for that, we just lucked out and it was stunning. The sounds, there were 8 of them. But St. Patrick's Day, the mass is absolutely stunning. It is streamed on our local news, one of our local news stations, WTOC, and watch it. It is breathtaking. There are 2 things to be true about Savannah. On St. Patrick's Day, everyone is Irish, everyone is Catholic. So those 2 things are said to be true. So with that, guys, it is almost 10:30. I've got to get to my hair appointment. So we are going to end our live for this morning. We're not going to do any driving around like normal. So I will be live again about 5:30 today, maybe a little later with my new do so that you all can see it. So join me. Let me see. Let me get in the car and let's see where we ended up at today. Oh my goodness. How close was I? It's 10. Ooh! 5 minutes to spare on the parking. I timed that close today, folks. Usually I don't cut it that close. Yep. So we're 114 away. So if we do our drive like we did tomorrow, like today, we could hit the 10,000 mark. Holy guacamole. So you guys have a great day. I will see you later. How many steps? I don't know. I'll have to look. I know the red shirt brigade is going to be coming for me. They come out of nowhere from my parking place. But I'll be back later. Have a good morning. Enjoy your day. Get outside. Enjoy the view. And we'll be back later. Thanks for the follow, Ginger. See you soon.